I'm Charlotte Millar. I'm the lead strategist of the Finance Innovation Lab, and we're a network of people who are changing the financial system so that it's democratic, responsible, and fair. And I think from a cultural perspective, what's interesting is we were founded by 4 people who really wanted to create a new culture and a loving culture at work that really fostered a sense of well-being in the team. And so just to give you some examples of what that means in practice, one of the things that we found to be very important is that to acknowledge that we're acting in service. So the people that work there, of course, we're acting in service of our organizational purpose, but really we're also there in service of each other. So we find that we actually accelerate each other's growth and development if we take that seriously. And one practice that we use is witnessing. So this is very different from giving each other kind of critical feedback that can sometimes be a passive-aggressive way of putting each other down. This is really about finding the best place in myself to see the best in my colleague and to kind of hold that higher ground and shine a light on each other's growth potential. So that's one example. A second example is that we start every meeting, including board meetings and in our workshops, with a check-in. And there we ask each other to just tell each other how we are emotionally, what's really going on for us, so that we know what energy and emotion each of us is bringing into the meeting, and also what do we need from each other in order to be well and do our best work. And we find that that's a really kind of generative way of having good meetings and also fostering a deep sense of connection and belonging between us. And we're quite open with that with each other as a team, so that I know where my colleagues are in terms of their own inner growth. And also, once I know where my colleagues' purpose and talents are, it's much easier for me to work with them and help them bring out the best in themselves. I think it's fundamentally important that women are at the forefront of this kind of leadership. I think almost from a political point of view, actually, that women are systematically marginalized by a patriarchal culture which esteems a kind of leadership which is usually about one-upmanship. And I think that women, having been denied a kind of sense of power in that setup, can come in with a different kind of power. That's not about me beating you, but it's about us working together to create the most kind of favorable conditions for everybody to shine. And I think that women have a particular role and almost a kind of historical moment to play that role for society. And I think we're actually all really hungry for it. I think men want it too. We're all a bit tired, of trying to beat each other. And maybe there's another way we could work together.